Let's take a little inventory of my refrigerator before I enter in my Albertsons grocery order. Yay, hooray. So we have a backup milk. I just took that bread out of the freezer. So we have a whole loaf of the low carb bread from the Aldi. We have some of the extreme wellness tortillas. A little bit of dill. Yay, hooray. We have 2 1/2 dozen of eggs. These bottled waters. So it's warming up here in Arizona. We do not drink bottled water. 1, because I don't like that much plastic waste. And then 2, because I think that bottled water is one of the biggest ripoffs ever. We do have a nice filter on our refrigerator water that produces excellent tasting water. So that is what we use on the regular. But when people come over, I make sure that they have the option of a bottle of water, coffee, juice, lemonade, yada, yada, yada. And I also like to send people on their way with a bottle of water. You know, if your car breaks down and you have to wait for an hour for AAA or a tow or what have you, that bottle of water could be a lifesaver, literally. We have one of the sweet cream Lucerne coffee creamers. We have a hazelnut back there, a mostly full Wecos, full cottage cheese. We are working our way through that pickled veg, and it is still delicious. I check on it every day, and it's still fantastic. So yay, we're going to use that up probably by the end of the week, and then I might make some more. You never know. We have some sour cream. We have some whipped topping. That's part of a yellow onion that I have left over in that cottage cheese container. Is part of a tomato that we had last night for dinner. We've got a head of cabbage back there all wrapped up in aluminum foil. Part of a red onion, part of a bell pepper. If we look in my cheese drawer, well, we've got some of a block of, what do you call it? Mozzarella. We have some slices of provolone. We have some feta, a little bit of the Aldi bologna that Hazel loves. There's pepperoni back there, and still some cheese sticks. So Andrew is doing a-okay on all of his cheese. This was left at my house by my sister and her husband. So this is some crunchy butter lettuce. We're gonna kill that later on today, probably. Meats that I've taken out this week from the freezer. I took out this delicious looking ham steak. Now, original price on this was $6.78, but I did get that half off. That's been in my freezer waiting for its debut. Here you are, baby. I also took out a boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I took out a pork blade steak for dinners this week. Yay, hooray. So we are doing well on that. Let's take a look at we've got the butternut squashes because my sheet tray meal from my meal plan last week got pushed because of company. Still got a couple of the bell peppers. We've got a couple of apples, cucumber. We still have several of those tomatoes. We've got some limes, some spinach. There's a couple of oranges in there on the bottom. And some baby carrots, some jalapenos. We've got things. We've got all the things in this bottom drawer. Now I've had to put some canned goods and my pickled peppers in here to prevent any freezing from this bottom drawer. But I've got some celery, we've got some more oranges, we've got some apples, we've got some potatoes, we've got our celery all wrapped up in aluminum foil. That's the best way to store it. So we have plenty of fruits, we have plenty of veg, plenty of cheese. We're low on lunch meat, and that is a source of concern for some people, but honestly, the sales are so good right now, and I have a hard time spending money on lunch meat at over $6 a pound when I could just you know, roast up some chicken breast, slice it, and have really nice sandwiches. I probably should get some more ranch dressing because it looks like we're low on the ranch, but I do have some ranch powder. So depending on if I can find a good buy or not, I may or may not do that. So we are pretty good on condiments. We have 1.5 milks and another hazelnut coffee creamer. All right, my lovies, well, you just saw my inventory of my refrigerator. I put in my grocery delivery request to Albertsons. I got my delivery, yay, hooray. And this is my little $30 grocery haul, because as you could see, that we did not need very many things. I did not go overboard, and I am thinking that just stocking up on the basic things that we need, doing the inventory on the regular, keeping up on all of my produce to make sure that we are getting the biggest bang for our buck is going to be the way that I'm going to save a lot of money, hopefully. Fingers crossed, babies. Okay, so the best deals this week in my ads were the loss leaders, the digital deals over at Albertsons. One of them was ground beef. This is an 80/20 for $2.77 per pound. So this package is 3.26 pounds. So I spent a little bit over $10 on this one. This one came in right at 3 pounds. So this one came in around $9 and change. And so I spent about $20 on ground beef. But I will be dividing these up into 1 pound packages and getting these sealed up in the freezer for future use. Yay, hooray. So that's how I spent almost $10 of this week's budget. Not mad at that one bit. The other best buy over at my Albertsons was boneless, skinless chicken breast. I got 4 pounds. Original price on this was $16.32 at 97 cents per pound. I spent less than $5 on this, like $4 and change. It was $4. Oh, pardon me. It was 4.09 pounds, so $4.16 or something like that. So that is great. These are enormous. So even though it looks like 3 breasts, that I am going to butterfly these or make them into chicken strips, or, you know, if I've put them in the food processor and make them into ground chicken, well, then we have ground chicken. So $4 for that, so I'm up to about $24. Andrew loves asparagus. Well, we both do, but Andrew loves asparagus. It's $1.99 per pound this week at Albertsons, and he begged for it, so I did get us 1 pound of asparagus, and they're the really small ones. That's how I like them. They're all tight at the top, and I store my asparagus in a large mason jar, wide mouth mason jar, with just enough water to barely touch the tips. That's how I think they last the longest. And they're not going to last very long at all, because we're going to eat those up and they're going to be fantastic. Grapes were on sale. I got a miscellaneous something on me. I don't know what that is. Grapes were on sale. We love the red grape, or we love the red grapes. We love grapes, but I really like the green grapes. And you know how I like them? Is when they're really nice and firm, when you bite into them and they have that great crisp crunch. And when it's 88 degrees already in February, I love these right from the refrigerator, nice and cool. Now, after I wash mine, what I like to do is take a mason jar and just go ahead and put my washed and dried grapes into the mason jar with a tight fitting lid. And that's a great way to store them, where they will be their best selves the longest. Especially if you're 1 or 2 people. You know, I can only have so many grapes in a day. And Andrew will only eat so many grapes in a day. So to get the most out of them before they go wonky, I want them to have their best life, be their best selves as long as possible, so that I'm getting every dollar out of the produce that I buy. So that is what I spent $30 on grapes, on asparagus, on some great chicken stock up. That ground beef is fantastic. It's an 80/20. It looks delicious at $2.77 per pound. I just couldn't say no. Now you could see that I didn't really need anything in my refrigerator. I had already pretty much looked in my freezer and done my meal prep. You know, we took out the blade steak, we took out the ham steak, we took out the chicken breast. So pretty much I had all of my meals already scheduled out for this week. So all of this is just stock up. This is just a little bit of decadence, and the asparagus too. Because you have to have some joys in life, even when you're on a budget, whether it's asparagus and grapes, or whether you have to get yourself, you know, one of those Dove chocolate bars with the little lovely message on the inside, the little, you know, inspirational message on the inside. I just love those. And sometimes you just got to treat yourselves. So this is what I spent about $30 on today, and I felt pretty good about my purchases, and yeah, stayed under budget. It's a miracle, people. It's a Christmas miracle. All right, my lovies. Well, I hope that you all find great digital deals, clip your coupons, save your money for next Wednesday. If hopefully it's senior discount day in your neighborhood. Hey, if you're not a senior, I bet that there is some nice old lady on your street that would love a ride to the grocery store and would be glad to let you help her use her senior discount. Just saying. Yeah, just throwing it out there as a possibility. All right, my lovies, be good, be careful, look both ways. Thanks for watching Crazy But Not Dangerous. Big ol' smooches, huge squeeze-ronies. I'll see you next time. Bye now.